All right, let's do a quick little video here on my dude Greer and what's going on and how we're in the process of fixing it. This is the video where we realized we needed to make some changes and fix some things. So one thing about Greer before I let this video go, he's the complete opposite of most cases that I have. Most cases, I'm trying to create more hip-shoulder separation with guys. I'm not saying I'm trying to create less with Greer because it's a timing issue. It's not a matter of creating the separation. The separation's there, probably more so than any other guy that I have. It's just the timing of the separation. And I've learned from this. I've always known everybody's different. Everybody has different needs. But whereas most guys, we're doing drills to force and create and help guys feel hip-shoulder separation, I think that might have been counterproductive to Greer. And I'll show you how. So if you watch this video, watch how he goes into max counter rotation way before the throw even happens. So right there, let me rewind this. As he's building in, right there, he's already, the shoulders are already loaded as far as they're going to go. So from here, the only way that's going to go is forward. So the hip-shoulder separation is there. I mean, that's not the issue. There you can see there's plenty of hip-shoulder separation, but it's the timing of when that when that counter rotation happens that's really throwing him off. So if you watch and look at the arm angle too, that's the other thing that we really tried to improve is the arm action. Like look at the arm path. That's the way I want to put it. Look at his arm path and how low of an angle that is. And both arms, for the most part, are naturally going to mirror each other. So you can see how both arms are very low angles. And just look at the arm path. I mean, that's a really low angle. And the last thing, and this is all just this is a result of everything else that happens prior to, but watch his front leg, how it just collapses there. You know, the front leg, that I try to tell people all the time, that is an end result of movements that happen prior to. So first thing is the timing of the counter rotation. Counter rotation happens way too soon. So the only way to go from here is forward, which throws off the timing, throws off the rubber band effect. You can see he has separation, but when the back hip comes through, the top half's coming through at the same exact time. So the shoulders and the hips are rotating together. So the hip-shoulder separation is there, it's just not happening at the right time. And then the arm path is also another thing that we needed to fix. So now let's look at how we fixed it. What did we do? The first drill that I experimented with here, this is one that it really forces that front leg to stabilize and for you to throw against it, and also starting him in the position where the ball is down, the glove is up. So you want the arms to mirror each other. I mean, that's a natural feeling. So if we start with the ball down there, glove up there, that's natural, and it's going to create a better arm path than that very short arm angle that he was creating before. So already a much better feel. And another thing I tell guys, if you throw and that back leg naturally rotates around the front leg, freely rotates around the front leg, for the most part your body's moving right. So you can see that. I mean, all the things happening here are good things. Front leg, the lock of that is on time. Arm path is much improved, much better, much more effortless, much easier on the arm too. Let that play one more time. So the front leg should stabilize as the arm's finishing, as the arm's coming through, which is exactly what happens here. Now let's go to another drill we did the next session. This is a medicine ball drill that also promotes timing with the lower half and getting you to feel what it's like to throw against that front leg. So you start wide, you start where you want to finish, so you can feel where you want to finish here. Work back up, and then you glide. I tell the guys, try to feel like you're gliding into that front leg landing. You can see the front leg stabilize as the ball finishes, which that's what you want. I mean, this could be a little bit better, but this is night and day difference from that first throw that we looked at. And another thing here is counter rotation. This is the timing of counter rotation. So the ball goes back right there. See how the ball goes back as the body's still going forward? As that front foot's going down, the ball's going back, that counter rotation. And when we do this drill, the guys don't even realize that they're counter rotating. It just happens naturally. And that's why I love these drills, because they put your body in the right positions. So ball goes back as the front foot lands, counter rotation, forces that front leg to stabilize as the throw finishes. And then another throwing drill that we did to promote timing of the top half and the lower half. These are, we used to call them turn and burns in college. You start a back pedal, then you turn and throw. I mean, it's very simple in theory, but the timing is the key here. So as you turn to throw, naturally your shoulders are going to stay back. So the timing of your hips and your shoulders is on point here. So you see he turns, it creates good timing with the hips and shoulders. Arm path is much better. Much better. Like, look, he's actually getting the ball down and back there. Creates a nice arm swing. Front leg stabilizes as the throw's finishing. Much better. So this, I mean, huge improvements, but still work we need to do to create this natural. For like, if we just did run and guns again today, I fear that he would resort right back to what he was doing. So I try to tell Greer, we want to get these drills embedded. This needs to be something that every time you throw, you hit these drills so that you can get your body used to being in these positions. Let's just compare here. So right there, front foot's down. Look at the top half. Look at the arm angle. Shoulders are still loaded. Now let's go back here and look at this. Front foot's down. Look at the arm. Look at the angle of that arm. Right there. I mean, it's a short angle. See how from ball to elbow to shoulder. See how small of an angle that is? And see how the hips and shoulders are coming through at the same time? Let's go back. Now look at that angle. 90 degree angle, which is that's pretty much the norm. I mean, some guys might differentiate a little bit less or a little bit more, but 90 degree angle at front foot plant is pretty much the norm, and you want the ball to be in a cocked and loaded position. That is a good cocked and loaded position right there. And then look at the hips and the shoulders, how they come through slightly different times. So hips come through, shoulders still delayed. Front leg, that's the huge thing. You know you're moving right when that front leg braces right there. See the front leg stabilize as the arm comes through. Whereas if we go back in time, you'll see the front leg just collapse. See how it just collapses there? Like it wants to stabilize. You can see it there, it's wanting to, but then it just collapses.